Both.
Okay. So
Anyway, talking about nostalgia, iStudying versus Mr.R, a classic since the Brawl days.
did it happen often during Brawl?
Yeah, yeah. But it was back then. It was Marth versus Ice Climbers or Marth versus Diddy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Always wondered why iStudying doesn't play Diddy in this game, since I did see the icons when I checked out some Brawl results at some point in my life.
Exactly.
Ooh, putting out off stage, nice little shuriken. You know, people often quote needles as the best projectile, but shurikens definitely.
Shuriken's up there, man.
Yeah, give it a run for the money.
You have two ninjas specialized in fast-paced gameplay. Give them the best projectiles in the game.
Oh yeah, sure, why not? That sounds fair. Of course, one has skill power, and the other one doesn't.
That's not all. I mean, not only does Greninja have nice skill power, his neutral is amazing as well. It's just his disadvantage state. But one thing that you have to notice when you watch iStudying play, ooh, you have to read. You have to read, my man.
He had to read.
But yeah, one thing that you notice when you see iStudying play is his disadvantage state. His usage of back air to get out of sticky situations and to compensate for weaknesses such as his high short hop.
No.
That's just on the next level. I play a lot against Greninjas, and it's always disorienting for me to play against iStudying because of his back air usage.
And another great confirm into bouncing fish. If it doesn't kill the right side, we're going right to the left side. And that time it was enough. Down throw, no air dodge, so no forward air for iStudying. And a buffer jump, so no ledge jump either. Mr.R is not letting this go of this stock.
Ooh, nice little air dodge on the 50-50. Poor DI, that's why he had to play that 50-50 in the first place. But he gets away with it.
Okay, here comes another combo by Mr.R. Not too much damage, but the lead is just expanding and expanding.
However, against Sheik, it's very hard to get that kill once you do not have rage anymore.
That's actually funny, you know, because we all talk about how hard it is to get kills with Sheik, but it's also pretty hard to get kills on Sheik because she's so fast and so safe.
It's so hard to get a good hit on her, and with rage you get those extra setups, and even for in Greninja's case, you get the up throw. But without rage, that's not a thing, unfortunately.
And I'm losing a little bit faith after seeing him get hit by a grenade of all things.
Ooh. Not
gonna lie, this is the first time in months I've seen that move actually hit. Wow, what was that forward smash? Tell you what, it was kind of weak because it didn't even kill.
Nice little angle by... Hello?
Okay.
The Drift King, he's in there. Teleporting all across the stage.
Oh.
You'd think that the fiery explosion would get somewhat mitigated by the water, but I mean, Mr.R is in there.
This ain't Pokemon, baby.
This ain't Pokemon.
So finally a kill for iStudying as he gets it with the up throw. But look at this damage, that's already there, 129.
Nice little air dodge on the bouncing fish once again. Escapes fate.
Mr.R just getting chipped here and there, probably just waiting for a moment when things like Fair and F-Tilt is going to start killing. Because honestly, if he gets a little bit of rage on him, we are approaching that very moment.
Oh yeah. Ooh, that's what he wanted to do with the first grenade probably, was get that counter, but Greninja's counter, extremely slow, gets a little trap with the up throw. Just a jab though, that's not enough, and the forward air gets interrupted by Sheik's forward air. And
now he's off stage. What's he gonna do? He's gonna get jumped, and that's the game.
That is the game.
Of course, all these backer terms killing extra early on Smashville.
Yeah, for sure.
The blast zones. Cannot forget about that.
I mean, around 150, that backer is gonna kill, regardless of the stage.
Fair enough, but people don't talk about it enough, you know. This is the town and city of the sides.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, while it is a great stage for Sheik, you still got to ban Final Destination. That neutral is not easy to get around. And even iStudying, who's the biggest Palutena Omega fanboy in the world, goes for Town and City instead of Palutena.
Isn't this just Final Destination light with crazy blast zones?
It is, but the platform layout, especially this one, is actually amazing for Sheik. Because at higher percents, when she has issues killing, like think 150, 130, those platforms will set up tech chase situations off of a lot of her moves. Yeah, but and that is when she can set up kills at earlier percents than usual.
But that just adds to the question, why are we here? If you don't want to go to FD.
Because of the ceiling. It is Greninja. He kills upwards.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's see if he can get it done. So far, it's about double the damage on iStudying, but he has close the gap with that Fair. only about 9% difference. They are boxing. And Mr.R comes out on top. iStudying off stage. Platform allowing him a nice way to avoid that lag trapping. That's what you really want, man.
Ooh, misses on the up smash. Did not get a jump cancel there.
Oh.
Ooh, perfect pivot. And the read and the reset up throw. That is got a 50-50 into it up air, but it's not going to do it for iStudying.
Your average Smash player would have air dodged there, but not Mr.R. He's just going to bouncing fish away to safety. Nerves of steel.
Nerves of steel indeed. Mr.R. Signs of life, man. Even when getting dominated that hard, you know, that string.
Oh, that was crazy, yeah.
Those Greninja strings, the thing is they last forever.
And they don't look like your basic combo, so you feel like you're just getting outplayed like
Ooh,
4
down
times in the same
tilt.
string.
Another 50-50. That is Greninja's modus operandi. A lot of his kill confirms aren't confirms. They're 50-50s. And if you're in the Greninja's head, like Mr.R seems to be right now.
Yeah, because normally Greninja's going to get a lot of opportunities for those 50-50s, so they're going to hit sooner or later. But versus Sheik, especially Mr.R Sheiks, those opportunities, man, they are few and far between.
Yep.
So you better guess right.
Oh, you're holding down to avoid the down tilt.
What was that down air?
Rude.
That was the ballsiest thing I've seen on stream all day, because he was above the blast zone.
Yeah.
He was not above stage.
But he got away with it, my man.
He definitely did, and he is rewarded handsomely as he now takes the lead for the first time in the set.
Nice little juggle avoidance by Mr.R using that bouncing fish to get around the back air. And this is the point at which, once again, Greninja has the rage, which makes his low percent combos that much more potent. Gets a jab and a little tech chase, not much. So
Needles coming out here. We're looking at F-tilt and fair kill percentage for Sheik. Let's find out if he can get one. He is slicing away at that shield.
Nice little neutral air, 12%. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, it also means that rage is now starting on Mr.R. Next F-tilt should be able to do it.
Ooh, even the dash attack would have probably killed, but Greninja has such a high shot hop, and the timing is just so different.
Oh, and Mr.R Sheik in his head, he did not want the rapid jab, that's for sure. Probably just jab, F-tilt or something like that.
At these percents, you definitely have a frame advantage after jab, but doesn't matter in the end. iStudying getting those extra few percents and then kicking the bucket. Yeah.
Okay, back air by Greninja, pushing Mr.R back, but he is now getting pushed into the corner himself. Mr.R breaks free with a nice little combo.
And waits for the side B. Nice little tomahawk as well.
I don't know how people ever see those side Bs coming, man. I get triggered so hard by Shadow Sneak. Oh, there it is. Just react with the grab.
Just like that, Mr.R in the lead now. Forward tilt and the up air that looked like a combo.
No cross up on the eye though. iStudying is gonna keep breathing. Ooh. But he needs some big hits right now. Some very big hits.
A little down tilt here would be very nice, but the pivot grab and the up air
down the city
is gonna do it. Nice little 50-50, and after all those incorrect guesses, he finally gets the read on the air dodge, and off goes Mr.R, evening it up. Very impressive. Very impressive
indeed. Especially because this is not the Roy in progress. This is the Sheik, the big guy.
All right.
Is that? Yeah, that's final destination. I mean, a Greninja, I guess, couldn't get it, you know, just couldn't bat it. Just couldn't do it.
It's not in the system, man. I'm not programmed for this.
Well, let's see if it works out.
Back air to dash attack on the no tech. Nice little string. Mr.R gets back safely, and I mean, it looks like iStudying is fine with disengaging, because if Mr.R guesses correctly on the anti-juggle, he gets to start up pressure of his own. So he would rather just go for stage pressure, corner Mr.R, and try to force a bad option like that neutral air.
Oh, another grab. He's putting Mr.R in the air again and again. That's not an easy feat. This time we find iStudying in the corner at the ledge. Again, the grab comes auto react. Like you said, man, normal get up, not an option.
Not an option. And, you know, Mr.R, just like that, he did a rising aerial. And that Sheik forward air is going to make it a lot safer, but that's one of the few mix-ups that you do have versus ledge traps. Greninja, as a character, just not very good at it, man. He does not have a fast enough grab to consistently react to normal get-ups while anticipating other options.
He's very great at juggles though, and he's using these up airs and back airs to push him to the side, and Mr.R with a fatal mistake, down airing a little bit too far away from the ledge.
That's a little bit of a miss space, but nothing that keeps Mr.R down. He's right back in it, getting that forward throw to neutral air. Down tilt on a 2-frame. That looked like a combo, my man. Out of here!
Just when you think you got an opportunity to build a nice lead, you get hit by the 2-frame down tilt.
You think Greninja's up smash is broken? Well, my man, here's Sheik's up smash. That is a lot of kill power in those two tiny hands.
In those two tiny hands at that tiny specific position though.
Yeah, the hitbox is not forgiving at all.
Fortunately, that's where down tilt is for. You know, setting him up perfectly.
Another down tilt 2-frame attempt and missed the grab on the normal guy. Very uncharacteristic.
Ever since he's been back, iStudying has been eating a lot of hits, man.
Yeah, but on the other hand, he does find ways around Mr.R's game. Gets those two little shurikens and that chip damage. That really is one of Greninja's specialties. That back air, get 9%. A few shurikens, that's 5%. And just like that, he nickels and dimes you all the way until kill percent. Using that up B, has a hitbox, which makes it hard to drop shield. Gets back to center stage, but Mr.R immediately, he's on him, putting the pressure on the Greninja. Yeah, and that really is tough, because Greninja's shield is not good. Yeah, he can roll very well, but what else? Oh, no.
Once again, a down air mistake, this time from iStudying side, as he was about to get one of them crazy iStudying combos.
Oh,
because
no.
there was the footstool. And of course you don't expect it, because you footstool him and he lands on stage. You think you're above stage as well, but I guess just a little bit too much drift.
That's so wacky. But we take those.
That's a 2-1 advantage for Mr.R.
Yeah, exactly. And this is iStudying's counter pick. We do have MDSR, modified DSR, and 1 ban. So he cannot go back to, I think it was Tana City that he won on? Was it Tana City?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. So he goes to Final Destination, but with a prettier skin.
Well, I actually think the other one is prettier.
Normal Final Destination?
Yeah. This has some nice music though. Then again, Final Destination has brawl music, and brawl music is actually fantastic.
Nice little forward throw to Bouncing Fish, and iStudying off stage on the ledge. Gets the trap, gets the throw, gets the Bouncing Fish situation reset, but iStudying barely getting that power shield in, which lets him reverse the momentum here. Nice little down tilt and even the up air. Mr.R, he's been playing around so much with those Bouncing Fish to get out of corner scenarios, but iStudying, he's saying, no, sir, here comes the up air, interrupting you before you can get out of your shenanigans.
And that's real big, you know, because Bouncing Fish is the default option to get out of there.
Oh, yeah.
So if that's off the table, or at least questionable, then you get a lot of thinking to do.
Yeah, that's a statement.
And you don't get a lot of time to think in this game.
I mean, you don't have to get a lot of time to think against a player of iStudying's caliber.
Certainly don't, but regardless of that nice little Bouncing Fish interrupt he got earlier, it has still been Mr.R and Mr.R and Mr.R who's been getting the big damage on stage.
He did see that air dodge go off, and he did get the Bouncing Fish, but on that distance, it's just not going to be fast enough.
So he has
the misinput.
A bit of room to make these mistakes. 50% difference, but you gotta watch out for these setups now. You don't want to get hit by that rage neutral area into up smash.
Nice little dash attack by Mr.R pushing iStudying off stage. iStudying utilizing that up B momentum shift to get to the ledge safely. But it's just every hit just pushes him to the ledge, and that's scary.
That's where damage gets built.
That's where trumps happen, and that's where stocks get lost. It's the never-ending pit of death. But not now. Mr.R a little bit slacking on getting in position on the ledge trap. Ooh, up tilt. That does last for a good bit. 5 frames, if I'm correct.
And iStudying, man, he gets on stage and instantly he gets pushed back to the other side.
he's just looking around, trying to get that rage kill. Just as I said it, it happens, and
so
Mr.R.
apparently the forward smash is fast enough to punish a shielded jab.
Greninja's forward smash is insanely fast. But it's not fast enough to help him in that juggle scenario.
At about 200%, something's bound to kill. This time it's a forward air off the top, no less. Ooh. I can't imagine if that rapid jab from earlier was actually intended or not, because earlier he wanted to jab something.
I'm pretty certain it's not. Because even if you do hit with the jab, you can, as fast forwards, you can often SDI down and then shield the final hit, or one of the later hits. And that's exactly what happened there. So I think a little bit of a lucky break, but that's very important, being on point in your execution when playing this game, right?
Of course. I think if it's up to Mr.R, he's gonna be telling you that iStudying's luck has run out. It's just hit after hit, juggle after juggle. We keep seeing just all these moves, just completely clobbering iStudying, man. F tilt, nair, bouncing fish. Whew.
Ooh, nice little crouch, trying to get over an option, but Mr.R, the patience of a saint.
Yeah.
Just walks up, shields the down tilt, gets the grab, turns it into advantage state.
Patience
Forward
of a saint,
tilt,
and at
50,
the same
50.
time, reaction time of a young man. Like most people, when they get hit by that down tilt on shield, like right there, there's not gonna be a punish. But earlier, Mr.R punished it.
He was definitely anticipating some sort of tilt coming out. That really does help, that anticipation, while you're trying to punish those quick tilts.
It really does.
Oh. And to the ledge, forward tilt, that's not going to 50-50 at these percents. And iStudying doing exactly what I was talking about a few sets ago. Instead of going for the ledge, he brute forces himself on stage with hitboxes and air speed. Ooh, a little roll to get out of the grab scenario. Down tilt, up tilt. Both just barely missing.
Yeah, man, and once again we are approaching fair and F tilt kill percent. I think that's gonna be the end game. I mean, all the setups are off the table except for jab F tilt now.
And what we see iStudying do a lot here is mix up his ground game and his full hops / short / double hops.
Keep him guessing.
So like when he stays on the ground, it's tough for Mr.R to pretty much do.
Oh, what?
If he doesn't commit on the ground, there's nothing for Mr.R to punish. But if Mr.R doesn't do anything, he gives iStudying time to go for those full hop setups. Because, well, if he short hops, he gets stuffed out by the aerials. But if he full hops, he goes over them. But in the end, it was not enough. Mr.R resetting it.
I mean, when you full up, you also got to get back down eventually. And this time it got caught by dash tech, killing at about 200. Mr.R resetting to the bracket 3-1. And I think we're just going to get a repeat. No reason to switch for either of the gentlemen. As iStudying takes a little sip of his Fanta.
Sipping.
Game 1 of Smashville. Grand Final set 2. Both these players in losers bracket.
I mean, we saw iStudying, and we saw that he definitely had a good chance to take at least a final game. He was on the board in that set count. It was 3-1. So there's still a lot of life left in iStudying.
Well, it won't be if this keeps happening. Look at that, 72-0. And he is at the ledge. Down tilted once more. I don't know how you get this good at two framing people, you know. I don't get it. But it's scary. It sure is scary.
It just speaks a lot about the amount of hours that Mr.R puts into the game. Such a hard-working player, man.
Ooh, that looked pretty dangerous. You know, air dodging into the ground at the Smashville platform once it is most left.
Ooh, he actually air dodged, but got away with it. Now Mr.R in a bad situation. That up air, a little bit of a juggle, but the Smashville platform, very wise by Mr.R. Just retreating to the platform rather than even trying to land on the main stage. And just like that, man, iStudying falls. His first stock gone for the second set of Grand Finals here.
Yeah, and Mr.R looking super comfortable, even hitting him with a grenade of all things.
Again, and iStudying going for the up smash on the ledge jump, but the grenade just covered him, too well.
Yeah, I think, I don't even know why, because there's no way in hell it could have killed. It makes me think iStudying is kind of just doing things at this point. Like nothing seems to be working.
I think he had the read. Oh, just like that. That up smash almost did it. But I think he had to read. He was too busy mentally with his own plan rather than react to the new scenario.
Speaking of
me.
There's no reacting to Shadow Sneak. That is a hard read.
And that is what I call a 50-50, my man. iStudying is so on point with those.
Because what could he do if there was no air dodge? Up air?
Up air. That's often not going to be a kill.
So
But if you
it's
let
better
him
to
up air
juggle.
you every single time, that's not a good routine.
Nah, he'll take a lot of damage from juggles.
Okay, gets a little throw on a normal getup.
No air dodge though. iStudying still is terrific presence of mind.
I promise you, Mr.R gets more ledge traps than any drops. It's really amazing.
There he drops one though, but instantly he comes back at it with a tomahawk.
The most important thing about ledge trapping is, you know, everyone can learn how to ledge trap. What's really tough to learn is how to corner pressure afterwards. And that's one of those things that Mr.R, and I mean Sheik in general, is just really good at. That's a little roll to jab right there, gets around it, but that C-bounce did not work out.
No bouncing fish.
And the back air before the neutral air even could come out.
Yeah, Mr.R looking very comfortable. Yep. Normal nair, almost killing. It's 164 versus 1. No, not even 1, just 53.
Ooh. Nice little angle. Only gets a dash attack rather than potentially dying to the regrabs. Once again, dash attack. iStudying still alive. Needs a little bit of a combo here to make it happen. And he's looking for the roll down tilt or down smash. That was definitely a misinput.
Yeah, man. Nobody's going to use a grenade like there when a frog is coming
Nope,
at you.
that down smash was definitely a misinput. That was a down tilt to up smash, my man. But it did not work out. A little bit of spaghetti from both sides.
Yeah, man. Obviously, I was focused on the
And
grenade.
wow. That roll down tilt, I mean, it's really good. But if you keep fishing for it, Mr.R not going to work against a player of his level.
What's going on here between these players? We have had so many stocks where iStudying is just bringing him, is just being brought all the way up to like 190, 200, and Mr.R is killing with F-tilts and fairs. Like, I reckon that even versus top players, we don't see as many stocks that need to be taken in that particular way.
I think it speaks a lot about the way iStudying approaches this matchup. Perhaps what I think is happening is that iStudying is really, he's doing well at avoiding the early deaths, but playing around those scenarios puts him in different scenarios,
like
in which he takes a lot of damage, and while he doesn't die, his game state doesn't advance much either.
No, he's not really hitting Mr.R enough.
He's basically waiting for Mr.R to mess up and then abuse that. Rather than,
which is, you know, there's a big old flaw in that plan, that being that Mr.R doesn't really mess up that much.
Not in positions during which iStudying can capitalize on it, nope. But even last game we saw the grenade which was punished by a down smash. If that was a down tilt, might have been a down tilt up smash. Should have been a kill.
He has already taken one game in the first set, so who says to say he can't do it again?
Oh yeah, I mean last game was close. This stock is relatively close. If he gets, ooh, that's how it starts. This is how it starts. Gets a little bit of a juggle here. Tries to get the landing, but Mr.R very smart, empty landing. That's, I mean, if you don't commit, you cannot get punished. And right there, the bouncing
he was
fish.
just waiting to punish him for something, but it never came, and it all led into that neutral air to bouncing fish at the left side. So now iStudying once again finds himself in the stock deficit. And these big combos from just him standing there, walking slightly between F tilts and down tilts. Whew.
Mr.R using that nair, it's so oppressive in the corner.
Jumping over shurikens. Can find
Down
the hit
tilt
though.
to 4 there, that is a confirm.
It is, but it's not gonna kill no rage. But the bouncing fish gets sniped super hard by the shuriken.
That will kill.
Multi-purpose, man. Needles can't do that. They can't.
You're right, they don't.
Oh, that was kind of a messed up angle by Mr.R. You probably want to go lower to the ground if you're missing the ledge.
Nice little neutral air, gonna get power shielded. Mr.R, he's still on the ball.
Back air to bouncing fish.
Ooh, normal get up throw, and that up air is guaranteed. Does not get the second one, that is a 50-50. Like everything that Greninja does, I guess.
iStudying in the corner once again, down there, not working out. You're just gonna get grabbed and full thrown. How long has this guy been in the corner? And the only reason he gets out is because neutral air sends him the other way.
Nice little forward there, bad. The out of back throw is gonna make that connect. And that, you hate to see that kind of thing happen.
Yeah, he just undershoots the ledge and it's over.
You hate to see that kind of thing happen. But, you know,
there was a lot more left in that game.
yeah, for sure. But I don't think Final Destination is the answer here for iStudying.
I don't think so either. Yeah. You know, does he has to go to a wide stage though?
I think in a close, I think he does. Because the pressure that Mr.R has been putting on him is just too much. And the times when iStudying has gotten hits is when he grabbed some space and then used that space to bait Mr.R in.
Yeah, that makes sense, especially on our narrower stages. It's easier to get cornered, and that is basically a death sentence.
Exactly.
With this kind of character, with this kind of play style. So, we had to Dreamland instead. There are a lot of platforms here.
Ooh. Mr.R doing a short perfect pivot instead of a long one, which makes him drop the up tilt in his combo. That's not easy to do consistently in tournaments.
Like, how do you know that?
How do I know what?
Like, how do you find out that that works, and then how do you decide to apply it? Such a inconsistent tech. Let me just call it like that. Like a short perfect pivot specifically.
Yeah, that was a short one instead of a long one.
God. Greninja being pressured.
Ooh, a little bit of a fidget cancel right there, but not enough. Here comes the up throw. Not going to combo, but the up tilt is going to start to juggle again.
50-50, boys.
And the bouncing fish is going to get him out of the situation. Nice little neutral air, no forward air to follow it up. And the up smash, that does not connect properly on platforms.
Grenades pushing.
Oh!
Oh!
Ooh, get him out of here!
What an add-on dream.
That was a murder. It's not even a dance floor.
Just keep jumping, man. What are you going to do after the down tilt? Absolutely nothing, but of course, sometimes you're just going to air
And
those.
you know, iStudying is so good at staying consistent, but the one time you're sleeping, Mr.R is there.
Yeah.
And then, I mean,
yeah.
that really sucks. You hate to see that kind of thing happen once again.
Yeah, he pineappled himself, you know. These things happen. It's the risk you take when you go ballsy off stage.
Exactly.
Dreamland.
Yeah.
So we take those. Forward throw. Juggle straight. That's good for iStudying because at least it means he's on the ground.
Ooh, nice little neutral air, nice little down tilt. Good boxing game by iStudying and using that tomahawk. Afterwards, retreating with a fair to bait Mr.R in. And these baits, the levels of Yomi that these players are on are just really nice to see. But at the end of the day, Mr.R seems to come out on top. However, this stock in particular has been pretty close. I think that was a shield drop right there. Very well done by Mr.R.
Okay, iStudying finds himself in the corner once more. It's been his home for extended periods of time this evening. But now he puts Mr.R there. Can he keep him there? No, he instantly just pushes back to center stage. Just so forward.
I think iStudying as well just rather play around the center stage than being put in a situation where a reversal would mean he's instantly off stage, you know what I mean? Because if you do go for that corner pressure and the enemy does get a nice tomahawk or a nice roll, you're instantly off stage. Whereas if you're center stage, you have a lot more room to work with, a lot more room for error as well. So he goes for the less, you know, the lower risk, lower reward option there.
Which I guess makes sense in a way. Still, iStudying has been
trade. Mr.R almost kicking the bucket there, but not enough. Wicked Bear that almost converted.
I mean, look at the percentage in stocks. iStudying has been doing quite a bit better.
If he immediately up throw, that might have been it, but the dash grab is gonna move him off.
That's so unfortunate for iStudying, man. He's as close as he has been so far in this set, with the exception of the one game he won. When he got
he gets the shadow sneak, and he sneaked right past Mr.R. iStudying, saying, I'm still alive, man. I'm still on the board. Here we are. Deal with me.
What a read on the offstage edge guard attempt.
That's sneaky, man.
Yeah, that's sneaky.
That's shadow sneaky. That was some protein because that looked super effective with some stab on it.
That's Pokemon.
That's Pokemon, my boy.
So, back in a 2-1 scenario, much like the first set. This time we're going to be taking it to Smashville. As we'll find out if we're going to see a last game or if it's going to be a repeat of the 3-1. Here come the tilts. Standing in the corner, can't get out, man. Can't get out. Air that's covered by neutral air. The jump at the right time allows him to get back to the ground, but loses the next interaction. That means he's back off stage, man. Just these stray little hits, man. They just cannot compare. These big combos.
Yeah, and getting that combo starter on
Oh.
Mr.R is just so tough.
Yeah, man. You're not gonna get a lot of chances. You need to make it work when you get the first hit.
Nice little nair to grab.
Here comes
Is a
iStudying.
combo, and once again failing the 50-50. Ooh, a little bit of a poor angle. Wow, that actually did it. Smashville coming in clutch.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Forward
yeah.
tilt string, platform.
I mean,
But that up tilt, a little bit ill-advised right there.
and another automatically ended grab because he pulled Mr.R
Ooh.
over the edge of the platform with his dash grab. That is so sad. This game so far has been just Mr.R, 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 Mr.R. iStudying can't seem to get anything done. Just a couple of stray hits here and there like you just saw for like, what, 6%? Oh, God. That's the downside of these big combo characters, man. If you don't get him, you don't get your big damage. Fortunately for him, he is now getting a nice juggle, starting off with a nice down tilt to up smash.
I was a little bit of ambitious on the air dodge read, and Mr.R
There it is.
in a dominant fashion, closing out Grand Finals 2, the winner of the final Avalon.